So today, guys, we're going to be talking about Post Malone. This character is extremely blasphemous, has so many photos doing symbolism. There's just so much to dissect with this character. So the first thing we're going to get into is the fact that he has "Don't Tread" on the back of his shirt, and he has this serpent, obviously, as the image on his shirt. So if you're oblivious and you're worldly, secular, you don't engage in the Holy Bible or try to read any of the scriptures, you can be massively deceived by them, because this "don't tread" thing goes into Psalms 91. It says, "You shall tread upon the lion and the cobra, the young lion and the serpent you shall trample underfoot." So if you're oblivious and you don't know this, and you're blindly idolizing them, these fallen angels, these serpents, these whatever you want to refer to them as, they're all of the things that are beneath us. If you are blindly getting deceived to idolize them and think that they're superior, you're not treading upon them as it says in Psalms 91. And you're actually idolizing and giving them massive amount of respect, which they don't deserve, because they are massive deceivers. So as you see right here, he's doing one eye symbolism, and then he has whatever tatted on him. Conscious X had revealed to me that this whatever thing is like saying "do what thou wilt," which is something that they teach and practice and push on the masses. It's a form of Satanism to push this self thing, to not have morals, to do whatever you feel. For some reason on his shirt, to me it looks like it says "repent." Okay, and he's kind of saying whatever to it. He literally has the all-seeing eye in a triangle, and he's showing it upside down, and he's doing one eye symbolism while covering one eye, and they're both covering one eye in this photo. So if you guys are new to the channel, or you have been already subscribed to the channel, please go check out this video if you have not seen it. This video will explain perfectly of the one eye symbolism that they all do, and the fact that they all have photos doing it. If you see a collective amount of people doing something mob-like, there's something extremely sinister and demonic to it, bottom line. The main verse that I used in this video, I'm going to read for you guys. I try to reiterate this in most of my videos because, per usual, all the celebrities, they do one eye symbolism, and it's praising or paying homage towards the Antichrist, the worthless shepherd. So this is Zechariah 11:17, the NKJV version, and it says, "Woe to the worthless shepherd who leaves the flock. A sword shall be against his arm and against his right eye. His arm shall be completely withered, and his right eye shall be totally blinded." All right. So that one eye thing going on. And then this is just a regular KJ version, and it says, "Woe to the idol shepherd." See, they refer to themselves as idols. That's why they have things like American Idol, and people idolize them. So it says, "Woe to the idol shepherd that leaveth the flock. The sword shall be upon his arm." Okay, so they all do this arm symbolism. I'll do a video about that later. And it says, "And upon his right eye." That's why they're always doing one eye. And then it says, "His arm shall be clean dried up." And it says his arm shall be clean dried up, and his right eye shall be utterly darkened. When you cover one of your eyes, no matter which one it is, it's darkened, okay? And this is all referring to the injury of the Antichrist. So right here, he's doing one eye symbolism. Again, he has multiple photos on one eye symbolism. The next symbolism that he does is the horns, over and over and over. Right here. And then he's with Dwayne Wade while doing the horns. Make sure you guys go check out my video about Dwayne Wade, his whole family. I pretty much exposed their nasty, sick, perverted agenda. And here again, and right here, he's doing the horns, and he's with Flavor Flav. And then right here is a photo with Nas. He's doing the horns, and of course, Nas is doing the one eye. And then he's with Justin Bieber, and they're doing the horns on stage, and people blindly go to these concerts and they're doing symbolism in your face. That's just extreme disrespectful, but it's on you to not go to that stuff and put yourself in a position. So he even had this song, and this is the cover, And literally, it's this little creature with the horns, and it's promoting Astro World, which is its own video in itself. And so right here, he's also doing the horns, and he's with DJ Envy. And mockery in plain sight. This character, his name is DJ Envy. And as you guys know, envy is one of the 7 deadly sins. Envy is the desire of others' traits, status, abilities, or situations. And as you guys can see from this photo, the devil is animating in between these women. You know, in all these photos that I show of the deadly sins, the devil is animating in between to get these women to be jealous or to get people to be wrathful. He's animating in between. Can they see him? I don't think so. You know, it's just all, he's there to just provoke these people. All these horns that they do is them letting us know that they're demonic. So right here he has a photo with DJ Paul, and Diplo had commented and said 666 Mafia. In Revelation 13:18 it says, "Here is wisdom. Let him who has understanding calculate the number of the beast, for it is the number of man. His number is 666. Now I'm going to show you guys photos of him with checkerboard. So he has the Vans. They promoted this to regular people. So everybody was walking down the street, blindly getting deceived, blending in. It's a mob mentality, a demonic mob. You know, the devil, Satan, whatever you want to refer to them as, they hate individuality and love mob mentalities. So when you see a mass majority of people doing the same thing, there is demonic possession behind it and demonic influence behind it, mainly demonic possession. And the fact that most people walked around with the same shoes, yeah, mob mentality, demonic possession. And he's wearing checkerboard right here. Again, he has a checkerboard Texas, so the black and white, and then he has a devil on the background sneaking up. Shows how the devil is involved in every single state, behind every single thing of this world. And then right here he has checkerboard and he's spitting on the crowd. And this is why I say, when you go to these concerts, you have to be extremely oblivious and extremely just ignorant. They are disrespectful. They throw symbolism in your face. They spit on the crowd. Do you really want this nasty entity's saliva on you? You know, and some people obsessify over this and really want it, but you don't know what you're getting yourself into. You don't know what that does to you or what he's even spitting on you. So Isaiah chapter 5 verse 20 says, "Woe to those who call evil good and good evil, who put darkness for light and light for darkness, who put bitter for sweet and sweet for bitter." So this goes back to the checkerboard floor. So checkerboard has a lot of meanings, but one of the main meanings that I see in it is embedded in Isaiah chapter 5 verse 20. And it talks about the inversion of things. So you guys can see a lot that they invert everything. They invert their genders. They invert good as bad and bad as good. You know, everything they see, everything they do, they invert. Okay? So this is really the main source of why they do this checkerboard floor. It's in plain sight emitting, you know. And also this does indicate pick a side, you know, that there are sides to this, like pick your side. And he has album covers where he's chained. So you see like this barbed wire chain going on, and it's through his eye. Very creepy stuff. And then again, this is another, I guess, the back of the album or something. And it is a huge black snake, Leviathan, whatever you want to refer to it as, serpent, that is chained up. And then he has these very creepy photos where he's wearing a dress. He has locks as his earrings. And this caption is very weird. He says, "Hi, he loves you," or whoever you is. See, this is backhanded stuff. When they do you, like these misspelling of words, dumbing down of words, is so they can do a backhanded thing. They do not love any of us at all. They actually hate us. They are deceptive. They plot to kill us. They do not love any of us. They're all seeking for us to die, you know, and they want to put people under a trance and get people to be demonically possessed. So all of these chains connect to Jude chapter 1 verse 6, and it says, "And the angels who did not keep their position of authority but abandoned their proper dwelling, these he has kept in darkness, bound with everlasting chains for the judgment on the great day." And that's why they all wear chains. You know, why do you think they promote chain wearing and flexing it? It's kind of telling everybody, all the masses in plain sight, hey, they're the fallen angels who are chained under darkness, and they're dark. So how can something so dark actually love anybody? You know, that's why they're so wicked. They have these ugly, nasty bags under their eyes. And then right here, he has the horns and he's sticking his tongue out. Isaiah 57, verse 4. "Of whom do you make fun? Against whom do you open wide your mouth and stick out your tongue? Are you not children of rebellion, offsprings of deceit?" And then right here, he's doing the baffle hand gesture. So look at his hand right here. They all do this. And these disgusting woke people try to convince people that it means something totally different when it does not. It does not mean keeping peace together, or whatever stupid thing that they tried to come up with to deceive their followers who called them out for it. And right here he's doing it again, and look what he's doing. He has Snoop Dogg on his shirt, but he has a beer bottle covering his mouth. You know, that's their vile silence, part of their nasty satanic occult. So he's doing the symbolism, he's doing it again, and he's even doing the horns with this one. Massively disgusting character, does symbolism way too much. And he's doing the horns, same form of the symbolism, he's doing the horns as above so below type of symbolism. And he's doing the horns instead of the two fingers together, and then his pal is doing the one eye symbolism and making the L. This is what he is mimicking, and this is what all of them are mimicking. If you ever see like Janae Aiko, you know, when they do their fingers pointing like that, it's not about any peace or anything. They're worshiping or admitting in plain sight who they worship to the masses, which is this Bapho. Okay, and then right here, checkerboard again, but he's doing the horns, and he looks so evil in this photo. And then the tongue's out, and I just told you guys about the tongue. All of this symbolism that they do is wicked, and Proverbs chapter 6 verse 12 through 14 speaks on how wicked this is. So it's called the wicked man, and it starts by saying, "A worthless person, a wicked man, walks with a perverse mouth. He winks with his eyes, he shuffles his feet, he points with his fingers. Perversity is in his heart. He devises evil continually. He sows discord." So with all of the symbolism that I just shown, honestly, it's time to pick a side. And I don't find it a coincidence. I showed this in my last video. I had got this as an ad, and it's literally telling everybody, choose your side. You know, are you going to be with Yahweh, God, or are you going to be with the devil? You know, are you going to accept Yahshua, Jesus Christ, as the Messiah and as your Savior who died for your sins? And or are you going to just keep loving the world and worshiping the world? You know, pick your side, you know. And at this day and age, it does seem like a lot of people are picking their sides. You know, these celebrities are blatantly being demonic, and people love it. So I think those people who are loving it right now, who don't find it to be weird, are technically picking a side. But I do feel like people who haven't, like these on the fence people, they need to pick a side, because it's only going to get more demonic with these celebrities that you admire. It's only going to get more nasty. So it's the perfect time right now to pick your side. You know, the free gift is right now. You know, we're given this time right now to come to salvation and to accept. But if you want to keep lollygagging, that's on you. But there's nothing in this world that can give you the peace and the love and the joy that God and Jesus Christ can give you. Bottom line, you can buy all the cars, you can try to go be a rapper, you can try to go be a model, whatever you're trying to do that's so worldly, but it'll never give you the same peace and joy that God and Jesus Christ, Yahweh, and Yeshua can offer. He has this photo and he's smoking. Also, smoking will never fulfill you. They attack you. So, to all these people who vouch for smoking weed, who vouch for doing your shrooms and your crack and whatever else drugs that you guys do, they attack you. They want you to die. They've deceived you so much that you vouch for the same thing they're deceiving you with. And he literally is smoking. He's blowing out the smoke. It's sorcery, and he's calling it magic. All right, it's hypnosis. If you find yourself feeling like you need to defend weed smoking in the comment section, well, I'm sorry to tell you, but you got a demon that is possessing you, that is obsessed with the feeling and the enjoyment of smoking this drug. So you have something that's possessing you, and that's your demon speaking. If you feel attacked, if someone says that weed is a drug, that weed is bad, you have a demon, bottom line, and you need to go and seek to get deliverance. Okay, because anything someone gets defensive about, you probably have. Bottom line, that's your demon speaking. Bottom line, there is this uproot in our modern day American society where this drug is so normalized. It is so glorified and worshipped. Anything that's being worshipped and glorified in this world is not good. It is purely sinister. And like I said in the beginning, when people are all doing something, or there's a mob of the same people doing something, if there's no individuality in it, that's demonic possession. All those people are demonically possessed. Bottom line. So here's some verses about this sorcery. Now the works of the flesh are evident, which are adultery, fornication, uncleanliness, lewdness, idolatry, sorcery, hatred, contentions, jealousies, outbursts of wrath, selfish ambitions, dissension, heresies, envy, murders, drunkenness, rivalries, and the like, of which I tell you beforehand, just as I told you in time past, that those who practice such things will not inherit the kingdom of God. Galatians 5, verse 22. So this is what people should be practicing, okay? And it says, verse 22 through 26 says, but the fruits of the Spirit is love, joy, peace, long-suffering, kindness, goodness, and faithfulness, gentleness, self-control. Against such there is no law. And those who are Christ's have crucified the flesh with its passions and desires. If we live in the Spirit, let us also walk in the Spirit. Let us not become conceited, provoking one another, envying one another. Revelation 22, verse 14 through 15. Blessed are those who do his commandments, they that may have the right to the tree of life and may enter through the gates into the city. But outside are dogs and sorcerers and sexual immoral and murderers and idolaters, whoever loves and practices a lie. 1 Peter chapter 5, verse 8. Be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walks about seeking whom he may devour. So in plain sight, it's telling you smoking, getting drunk, and all that stuff is bad because you're opening yourself up to be devoured. You're literally opening yourself up for demonic possession. You'll be shocked how many evil spirits want to possess a human body. And when you do that stuff, you make yourself susceptible to being used. So Post Malone was extremely blasphemous. He had posted this false image. Yes, this is a false image of Jesus Christ, but the narrative that he's pushing. He posted this photo and he put him pink and the green background. He says that he's depicted in all pink, okay? And he says, if y'all think that pink is gay, y'all can talk to his mans. So all this is blasphemous. This is just completely wrong. Bottom line, there's nothing more to even say. Just completely wrong. And this pink and green, we see it a lot. So one thing that we see pink and green is in the polysexual LGBT flag. Pink and green. They love using these colors. Also, AKA, they have all these sororities and fraternities, which are actually Masons in disguise. And as you guys know, Masons in disguise are devil worshippers in plain sight. And to prove this, the handshake that they're doing, and I advise for you guys to go check out our Patreon. There's a video up there that we had posted, and it talks about the handshake that these involved fallen angels do and these involved masons do. And look at that, they're doing the same exact one. It's this halfway handshake, this like false, not fully there handshake that they all do. Even the celebrities be doing it. And I'll reiterate it again, these sororities and fraternities is masonry in disguise, and masonry in disguise is actually Satanism, which is devil worship. And then here's more blasphemous tattoos on him. So he has this image of Jesus Christ on him, which is a false image, but it's the narrative that he's pushing here. And something very creepy about this is that he's basically like dead on him. Like he got him depicted as being dead, like a zombie or some sort. And then this is a very creepy tattoo. To me, it looks like, because it's like the water, and it's kind of like after the flood, and it looks like dark figures, and it looks like an imitation of these evil spirits which came out of these Nephilims. So that's what that looks like to me. And look how tall this one dark figure is. You know, and the Nephilims were huge. And the Nephilims are these fallen angels' children. So he literally has "stay away" tatted above one of his eyes, of course. And he's telling you in plain sight to stay away from him. And then he has the wire on his head, and that symbolizes how they're chained under darkness. He admits that he's chained under darkness a lot. And then right here, he has another song called On G. So this is taking God's name in vain. And he's promoting this like it's cool. And then he has this false image of Jesus Christ as the photo of the album cover. It's just disrespectful. It's blasphemous. I actually find it very disgusting and nasty how much they attack Jesus Christ, Yeshua. I just find it very disrespectful. And here we go again. And of course he's in Jerusalem. And I think he tries to imitate that he's Jewish. You know, that's the weird thing. And he's not. These new Jews who are in Jerusalem and stuff like that, are the people who are proclaiming that they're Jewish, are not the real Jews. So this is Isaiah 118. And this is going to deal with why they do so much red symbolism. So it says, "Come now and let us reason together, says Yahweh. Though your sins are as scarlet, they will be as white as snow. Though they are red like crimson, they will be like wool." Post Malone has this very disturbing music video with 21 Savage. And you'll notice in this music video, it's called Rockstar, by the way. And in this music video, there is the tree of life, an imitation of the tree of life. And in this music video, you can see how they are inverting good as evil and evil as good. They're trying to make themselves look like the good guys in this music video, and the ones fighting them, which is the good angels, because they're fallen angels. So this is all an imitation of them acting out Armageddon in a sense. So you see, they're actually bad. They're bad, and they're trying to sit on the throne. So you see, he's all bloody. So there goes back to this verse, full of sin, nasty, and he's trying to sit on the throne and guard the tree of life. But that doesn't work. They think they're so powerful, and they're not. They think that they can ascend and achieve and all this other stuff, but they cannot. They think they have power, and they're actually delusional. And in this music video, he's literally fighting them, and then basically him and 21 Savage demonically look creepy in this music video, especially when there's like this blood all over them and they supposedly won. They just look so demonically creepy. They don't look like they should be in the power of sitting in the throne, which they're not ever going to be in the power of sitting in the throne. They're jealous and they want to ascend back into heaven. They're just delusional, you know? They're extremely delusional. So 2 Corinthians 11 verses 14 through 15. This verse is going to tie into how they try to disguise themselves as good in the music video. And it also goes back to that Isaiah verse about inverting good as evil and evil as good. You know, they do that a lot. And it says, and no wonder, for even Satan disguises himself as an angel of light. Okay. And if you guys read the Adam and Eve story, and that book is up right now on the website, the link will be down below. It is for free, and there's even an audio read along that is below the free link to it. So go check that out if you're interested in reading that book. Then it goes on to say, so it is no surprise if his servants also disguise themselves as servants of righteousness. Their end will correspond to their deed. You know, they're going to be brought to end. They think they're so clever. And this is just the inversion. 21 Savage wearing his clothes in a certain way. He has the white on top, the white shirt, but the black pants and the black shoes kind of shows like a wolf in sheep's clothing. Like the top part of him may appeal like it's a sheep or something good, but the black is like the inside revealing the true colors, the darkness, the sickness to this character. And they just look really demonic after they supposedly, in their mind, defeated the good ones. But the good ones they painted as bad. And then he has these weird photos, so he looks very old. Post Malone to me always looked like a slave owner. He has this image of looking like a slave owner because these fallen angels did infiltrate as these slave owners and all these other authoritative figures on the world stage. In the background is him on a white horse. The white horse, and then he has the black horse on one of the album covers, and this is the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse. And this goes back to what I showed you guys with the photo of him being in Jerusalem, and he's making jokes. I did research it. It does not say that he's Jewish at all. So he's making a joke. Like I said, these new Jews look like they're in a costume or they're infiltrating as something that they're not. And then right here, he's with Uzi. And this Uzi character has 2, not 1, but 2 upside down crosses. Alright. And to me, the upside down crosses indicate a rejection of the Messiah, of salvation. And then the chains, and then he even has the stars on this weird little image that he has, and they're fallen stars, fallen angels. That's why they have the stars in Hollywood, on Hollywood Boulevard. You're looking downward at them on purpose. It's them emitting in plain sight. You're not going to look up at them because they fell, okay? And the chains, they're chained in the darkness. And then he's with this very disgusting, nasty character, Playboy Cardi. And be sure to check out Conscious X's newest video on that. And Playboy Cardi is wearing the cross earrings upside down. So denouncing thing going on. Not saying that anyone should worship the cross, because the cross is a pagan symbol made by them. But they are doing this in the idea of denouncing the Messiah, and that's what they're doing, you know. And right here he has the pentagram, the star on him. And why is Post Malone around a bunch of other men, even though they're inverted, but the idea of this. And he's wearing these little tiny shorts. He just really disgusting stuff going on here. And right here he has "Call Me" in his hair, like these pins, these little studded diamond pins. And diamond is another word for demon, diamond, which is actually demon, and that's why they wear and promote diamonds so much, because it's actually a less watered down version of the word demon. And he has "Call Me" on him, and "Call Me" is kind of indicating to call upon him, like to summon him. They want people to summon their demonic, nasty spirit. And right here, very creepy tattoo on his head. He has some evil, nasty entity in his vessel, a fallen angel. They're chained in the darkness. They're super dark. They're very nasty. Just dark, evil, the darkest. He has that in him, and it has his tongue like spitting things on him, like controlling this fake vessel that he has. Right here, he has 22 on his shirt. And of course, this middle finger thing that he's doing, when they're doing that, they're flicking us off. They're saying F us. And that is a very degrading thing to say to someone. And then he has 22 again. Dead equals 22. Died, satanic, clown, and CERN all equal 22. Clown is added to this because clowns are actually imitations of Nephilims. CERN is involved in this because CERN's goal is to bring back these Nephilims. So 22 is all connected with this. And all the celebrities are all connected with all of this because they want to bring back, of course, their offsprings, which were these big, nasty creatures that attacked us humans. So right here he looks dead, and this is also imitation of how they disguise themselves as angels of light. And this do look like a photo that they're gonna put if he dies. I do think that this character is gonna die. There's so many things hinting that this character is gonna die. The fact that he keeps wearing 22 and died and dead equals 22. So 2 Corinthians chapter 11 verse 14 through 15. I read this earlier, and this connects to why he's disguising himself as a light, so to seem like he's good, but he's not. They're fake. They're not good. And if you guys read the Adam and Eve book that I have on the website, it's the conflict that they have with Satan after they fall. He came to them, I think, on the second day, and he disguised himself along with his little minions. They disguised themselves as angels of light to deceive Adam and Eve. They did multiple disguises to deceive Adam and Eve. And then there was one time, which I read the verse to you guys in the last video, there was one time they disguised themselves as humans to really con Adam and Eve and to manipulate them, because they knew if they came in their likeness, it will be easier to deceive them. And so what you see with these celebrities, they're fallen angels disguised in our likeness to deceive us. So 2 Corinthians chapter 11 verse 14 through 15, and no wonder, for even Satan disguises himself as an angel of light. So it is no surprise if his servants also disguise themselves as servants of righteousness. Their end will correspond to their deeds. And right here, he's wearing this dress. Have you guys noticed that they always wear creepy symbols on their shirts? They're always wearing some creepy, nasty deity on their shirt, especially nowadays. And people just let it seem like, oh yeah, it's okay, whatever, cool. But it's not cool. That's creepy. And he has a cigarette in his hand. We're going to get into all this drinking and smoking he does, this countryness of this character. And his arms are so black. Tattoos are filthy. They promote tattoos so much, they're filthy. So if you're someone that already has tattoos, listen to what I'm saying. Stop right now. Stop and walk away. Don't ever walk foot in a tattoo shop a day in your life again. If you're someone that doesn't have tattoos yet and you're getting influenced by people, stop. Don't get it. Don't ever walk into a tattoo shop any day of your life. Don't ever do it. Stay far away from it. I don't care how many times they get them and they promote them or make it cute in your feed. It's not worth it. It's stupid. It's worldly. And it's just disgusting. Bottom line, you shouldn't be tatting or tattooing your vessel at all, your body. He says, and he's still that B word, so what? So we see they even degrade themselves. The B word, the N word, all those words, curse words are so degrading. I recommend people go do the etymology, find the origin and the meaning of these words. You will never want to call nobody that stuff or even say that stuff or refer to yourself as that stuff. It's very degrading stuff. So right here, he's wearing a dress. Again, just very weird. They love inverting things. That's why you're going to see so many male celebrities wearing dresses. And these wannabe female celebrities wearing these masculine clothes like suits and stuff like that, or the promotion of jeans and stuff like that. You're gonna see that, in modern day society, everything's inverted. It's all inverted. So right here, he's wearing a dress again, and he said that he's cute today. Very weird. The word cute may mean something very weird. We're gonna get into his character, which is Hank Williams Jr. and Conscious X has a video about this that he made 9 months ago. Very detailed video. Go check that video out if you want more details beside the ones that I'm going to show you between him and Hank Williams. So here's a side-by-side of them. And of course, Post Malone's doing the horns, but they look exactly alike. They have the same smile, same nose, everything. This is very disgusting when they have these characters that look identical to each other. This is disrespectful. They don't even try. This is them imitating something, and they're imitating past people. It's a very weird thing that they imitate. So he promotes Bud Light, and of course, Hank Williams Jr. was on this Budweiser ad. They had him, and Budweiser was most likely the sponsor of this flyer. And Budweiser and Bud Light are owned by the same people. And this Post Malone character just has this country way to him. He seems like a half breed person look wise, but his personality is like this dirty, nasty trash, like this nasty country trash. And right here, he has Toby, a country singer, on his shirt, and he's holding the beer can. Just very nasty character. And Hank Williams Jr. was in the crowd smiling, watching Toby Keith perform. And Toby Keith is who he's wearing on the shirt. Post Malone, he paid tributes to Hank, and the song is called There's a Tear in My Beer. And of course, all this beer promotion. Country is a demonic cult also, just how other things are demonic cults. And with country music, their goal is to deceive as many people into thinking, oh, partying and drinking your beer and wearing your little cowboy boots and stuff. Like, they make this stuff people's identity, and there's such a mob mentality in that, where there's obviously some demonic possession going on there. And here's Hank Williams Jr.'s song, and of course on the cover, the guy behind him, they're purposely angled like that to do one-eye symbolism. Even this guy with this other instrument is doing one-eye symbolism. Purposely done. 1 Corinthians 6:10 says, nor thieves, nor the greedy, nor drunkards, nor revilers, nor swindlers will inherit the kingdom of God. Romans 13:13 says, let us walk properly as in the daytime, not in orgies and drunkenness, not in sexual morality and sensuality, not in quarreling and jealousy. Habakkuk 2:15, woe to him who makes his neighbors drink. You pour out your wrath and make them drunk in order to gaze at their nakedness. This one is deep. So if you see those people who are always trying to offer a drink, even with drugs, offer for someone to smoke, those people are heavily demonically possessed, and the demon is trying to get other people who are not really into it, who are trying to steer away from all that stuff, to do it. And they'll offer more to the ones who really are saying, nah, I don't want to do it. So you must stand your ground from people like that. And like it says, woe to them, you know. And they want to get them so drunk so they could, and it's kind of like they get off on it to see this person a failure, acting stupid, seeing them doing bad, you know. That's why it says in order to gaze at their nakedness. That's weird. And to really just see them doing bad. So this guy in the background has this inverted pentagram on him, and it says rebel. So they're really shown in plain sight what they're with. And the nasty thing about this is this dirty character, sick, nasty, dirty character, is drinking beer out of a shoe. That is dirty, that is low, that is nasty. I really hope no one copies these people. And of course he's with Fredo Santana. And his last name, literally, and his stage last name shows that he's with Satan, and he's a devil worshiper. He's a fallen angel. He literally is involved, and he's a death faker. And they're promoting lean and drunkenness, and just look at, well, Fredo Santana looks very evil, but look at how Post Malone is imitating being this far gone, junkie, always drunk, nasty person. They look identical, especially in these two photos. I didn't make side by sides, but you guys can see it. And why does Post Malone have all these photos where he's wearing like these country cowboy hats? So Hank Williams Jr. has his own hot sauce, and Post Malone just so happened to be on Hot Ones multiple times. For some reason, I get the vibe that they're not eating nothing hot. I feel like they're eating blood. I don't know why. I never watch these things because I get the vibe that they're doing something very sinister, not what we think it is. So right here, he literally looks like a Freemason in plain sight. And at the bottom, it says the man of my son, but literally it's like Mason, okay? And he has the legs crossed, This literally looks like a cover of a Freemason magazine or something. And then he has a song called Circles. So the devil and his minions, which are these fallen angels, will always have you in circles. They'll never lead you to the answer. They always lead people in circles, which is a concept of deception, delusion. They'll say they're taking you to a new understanding, and you'll realize you didn't got back into the same place. It's like when in these movies where people get lost in the woods and they circle back to the same place, like a maze where you think you're getting out, but you're actually in the same placement. Yeah, that's what they offer. And right here, he's in this orange spotlight, Masonry 33. They love the color orange, and it says 88 on his jersey shirt. And 88 matches to Lake of Fire, occult, marijuana. He promotes drugs, Church of Satan, traitor. Okay, so they're all involved with this stuff. They're traitors because they traded their proper dwelling place, which was in heaven, traded it and sold out and rebelled, and they fell. And poison, they're poison to everyone in society. They're poison to humans. They're poison to themselves. Smoking, he promotes that a lot. Year of the rabbit, this is the year of the rabbit, and he most likely may die. Magic, he had that caption where he called the smoking magic. And the fact that these are all match terms, and magic and these substances, smoking, marijuana, all connect with magic with 88. Yeah, that's crazy. And Lake of Fire, all this stuff gonna lead you in a Lake of Fire. Bottom line, being involved in the cults, all that stuff. Yeah. And then right here, Lake of Fire again. I don't know why I put it twice, but it equals 88. All of his song covers, album covers are very weird. And the song is called Burning Man. If a actual human goes to Burning Man, you are being oblivious and blind. Burning Man is about burning us, burning humans. Okay? That is sick to want to participate in that, especially if you are a human. Okay? Why would you let them convince you into joining something that's talking about burning you? Like, that's crazy. And I think this burning's analogy of the soul burning in hell. That's what I think it's an analogy of. And then right here, he has the fire behind him. And then orange, all this orange that he does. And they promote America a lot. America is modern day Babylon. North America really shows its true colors, but it's all connected because it is America. America is this Babylonian place. It's the new Babylonian. It is a very immoral place. You see with the uprise of sexual immorality, homosexuality, they really have this place as a very nasty. This place is very nasty, and they love it here. They really love this place. They rep it. All the celebrities rep this place. And he's in this orange room, Mason 33, orange again, and they all do this like screaming, and that's a form of wrath. I don't know why they scream so much, but they love screaming or having photos where they're screaming in distress. It's like a nasty, eerie sound. This mirror is vanity. So I showed you guys in previous videos, I didn't put it in this one, but vanity in the photo that I showed, aka pride, is obsession with one's own abilities, one's own traits, characteristics, just obsession with one's own self, which is devil worship that we see all across America, where people are all about themselves. And this mirror is just like the picture that I show with the definition. She's looking in the mirror and so obsessed with her own self. And you'll see a lot of celebrities have photos where they're looking in the mirror. And more country stuff. He promotes all these teams, and he's just really country, like the guitar, just a very country character. He does it in plain sight. And here we go, the middle finger again. He's saying F all of us. This guy that he's with, he's saying F all of us, and in plain sight putting the horns up, showing what they are, and flicking us off. Guys, look at this creepy photo. What is this? Tongue out, mocking tongue. I read the verse earlier. They do that a lot. Post Malone posting himself with Fat Joe, and they're pointing at the sky all the way up. They think that they're going to ascend up. They think there's multiple ways to get there, and there's not. The Messiah is the only way. And right here, this is a album, okay? So this is a record, a song track, and there's these nasty creature hands on it, okay? And they have the blade, which shows that there's some nasty stuff that goes into making their music, some dirty, demonic witchcraft that goes into all of their songs. And this is just in plain sight admitting that. And then he's with Demon Lovato, and again, she's just like him. They all promote for this weird self-worship, and she had promoted this they them thing, and that's saying that there's multiple of one in them. They're a collective group. They all work together. They don't have no individuality, none of them, no matter how many different characters they'll have that seem like they're different, whether they're a Japanese artist or an American artist or a Nigerian artist. It may seem like they're different, but they all collectively work together. They are a mob mentality. So you guys can see the long hair that this character has. Sometimes he's bald, but when we first see him, he had this long hair, and sometimes he'll gain it back when he's wearing a shirt that says reckless. 1 Corinthians 11:14, does not even nature itself teach you that if a man has long hair, it is a dishonor to him? So that's why they promote this long hair thing. I'm going to show you guys these videos of him smashing a guitar, and that is literally one of the deadly sins, wrath. And right here you see they're ready to just hurt this person, you know, rampage. They put their dogs in wrath, they put animals in wrath to use to hurt others, and they animate in between human to a wrathful. They help them build that nasty wrathful energy. So you must stay strong, and you must be aware, be very aware. So wrath can be defined as uncontrolled feelings of anger, rage, and even hatred. Wrath often reveals itself in the wish to seek vengeance. In its purest form, wrath presents with injuries, violence, and hate that may provoke feuds that can go on for centuries. So thank you guys so much for watching.
Drugs or anything like that, and I'm not on drugs, and I feel the best I've ever felt in my whole life. And that's why I can bust my ass at these shows and fall on the floor and do all that fun. But for anybody that's concerned here, I appreciate the love and the support, but I feel fantastic, and I'm not doing good.